Sometimes I get tongue-tied, but that means because my brain is so fried. The moon conjunct Chiron, you see. What are the pains you're going to heal through, B? The sextile of Saturn, discipline to get right. Don't you understand? I'm explaining it tonight. We got the sun and Venus conjunct as well. And Libra sun. Oh, what a story to tell. This Aries moon, Jolie, Tupac, Nasir Jones, B, Al Capone, this lyrical baritone. Don't you understand? No one can take my throne off the top of the dome. I'm the illest on the mic, the illest astrologer. I never say psych. Hike, I'ma throw the ill pass. Touchdown, Super Bowl victory for your ass. No cursing, no rehearsing. It's off the top of the dome, the illest person. It's me, the E, the fifth letter, the former bedwetter. Ill getting the cheddar, dope in a sweater or a nice little shirt. Don't you understand? A crazy expert brought it back and pronounced it right. This time, you know, I'm ready for tonight. I take flight. And now you see, it's episode 88. Knowledge is love from the E. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Eric Taylor. Taylored2U Astrology. Make sure we're live. Oh, good. We got some people on already.
Enchanting one said hey.
Enchanting, what's the deal? How you?
Ralph on Facebook said, "What's up?"
What up, Ralphie? My Elo, the smooth fellow. Yeah, man. Ralph, we got to get you into some astrology, B. Danny Figueroa, the flamethrower. Parting the oceans like Noah or Moses. Anyway, how y'all feeling? Yeah, I'm a little hyped. I'm feeling good in the hood. You know what it is. Aries Full Moon, Air Grand Trine, Mercury Trine Pluto, Moon conjunct Chiron, Saturn sextile Moon and Chiron, Neptune opposite Mercury, Capricorn. And by the way, tonight's show, right now, Aries Moon, and then Pisces Moon was beautiful the other night. I don't know if you guys saw it. It had like a peach rainbow color. It was dope. But Aries Moon 5 degrees as we speak. Aries rising, okay, Libra. But for the Aries Full Moon, which is 4:55 p.m. mañana, October 9th, the sun and the moon, sun in Libra, moon in Aries, 16 degrees. You have a Capricorn rising. So that means the Pluto's on the ascendant, right? So Pluto on the ascendant, I got to do it backwards here. Pluto on the ascendant, Mercury in the 9th house, in Virgo.
Ralph said, "How are you doing?"
I'm good, man. I'm live doing a show, buddy. You know, just listen up. What's rocking on here is so much. And what I really want you guys to understand is that this is a deep energy and a prelude to October 25th, which is the solar eclipse in Scorpio. October 23rd. And today, right now, Pluto went direct. Okay, Mercury already went direct, October 2nd. It will get back into Libra, I think, October 12th. Okay, now we have Saturn going direct, October 23rd, and Mars retrograding in Gemini, and it's doing a whole like 7.5 month cycle, which I told you, but it's going to go all the way till March of 2023. So we're talking about Mars and Gemini for the next 6 months, and it'll go retrograde October 30th, the day before Halloween, y'all. Okay. But so we have Mars and Gemini, Saturn Aquarius, and Libra, Sun, Venus to make this air Grand Trine. So what does this all mean? I'm going to get into this, then we'll get into your questions and stuff. You guys can maybe comment in the chat where your Aries is for the moon, where your Libra's at, right, for the sun and Venus. But understand, Venus is in its home in Libra. It's home. In Taurus, it's like the vacation home. What's the Aries moon? Well, I was saying it in the rhyme. It's Angelina Jolie, Nas, Tupac, Al Capone. It's got this assertive, initiating, aggressive, emotional, fiery energy, cardinal fire sign. But it's conjunct Chiron. So at this time, as a collective, what does it really mean for everybody, right? Now, in America's chart, it's Aries 5th house. But for the chart of the full moon, the exact time, it's a Capricorn rising. So this full moon is in the 4th house of our home, our nurturing, caring, comfort. It's how we were raised, but our convenience and our mother, ancestors' roots. So with that being in the 4th house, what is it telling us? Conjunct Chiron. This is an energy where we have to heal the unbalance in our I am energy and heal the psychological wounds. Aries rules the head, medical astrology, of how we initiate, find our voice, become independent leaders, independent I am from a relationship or partnership, right? There's a lot of unhealthy love and a lot of codependency that this moon is trying to explain to us that we need to break out of. Who's here?
Irene.
What up, Irene? When you have this opposition of the sun and the moon looking at one another, and then you're dealing with the Chiron Venus as well, there's a lot of wounds that need to be healed with the divine feminine and with relationships in general. And so that's what we're being asked at this time, to kind of soul search Mercury trine Pluto, that this is a time to heal these traumas, these wounds. Look, we all have trauma, right? Think about Chiron, the centaur. The first original trauma is the cord, right, being cut from your mother from birth. You're born into trauma. I mean, we don't like to label it like that and think about it, but it's traumatic. You just spent like 9 months, hopefully, maybe 8, whatever, but you spent around 9 months and sometimes almost 10, because they really, the birth cycle is a little bit longer than 9 months if you really, calculate it and all that, but that's a whole nother conversation. But still, that's the first trauma, right? And then the second trauma will be the degree of the Chiron in your natal birth chart. So when you come to me and I do your chart reading, right, Western Tropical Astrologer, whole sign system, I will, email you and say, okay, your Chiron's at 14 degrees in this house and this sign. This is what could have happened. Do you remember? Let me know. Because healing the Chiron story and the Pluto and tapping into the Black Moon Lilith is like the trinity of trust and the triad of healing. This is the work we all have to do. Okay. And understand we're entering in a very karmic, fated energy with the solar eclipse, October 25th, and then the lunar eclipse, November 8th. And we are on the precipice in the 2-week window, really, basically, of that, it's going to be no joke. October 23rd, the sun and Venus go into Scorpio and Saturn goes direct. And then just 2 days later, boom, you got the solar eclipse. And you know that a lunar eclipse is on election day. You are aware of that, right? Right. So, but let's talk about not just, being, finding your emotional independence, right? That means being in a healthy relationship, but being in a place of self-love. And Black Moon Lilith has left Cancer. You look at it on the Placidus, it still says it's in Cancer, but that's not the true Black Moon Lilith. You go to astro.com and put in H13 in miscellaneous, the real Black Moon Lilith, the true Black Moon Lilith, like I'm doing through the houses, and I just recorded the 7th house today. That'll be up soon. And I finished the Uranus series. 11th to 12th will be up soon. So those are the next 3 videos lined up for you all. I shoot them out. I put one up tomorrow, probably Uranus in the 11th house. Uranus. Gotta have fun. I'm gonna miss doing that series though. That was a fun series. But I'm gonna finish Part of Fortune, The Secrets of the Sun sign, and thank you guys for all the comments. I know you've been liking that series. It's fun doing it. But Part of Fortune, Mercury through the houses, and Black Moon Lilith through the houses, I'll finish up, and then it cools down outside out here in the desert. So I will get back to finishing. I told you I got to get those downloads. Neptune through the signs, Pluto through the signs, because I'm going 2098. 2132, I mean, even the Neptune, I still got to do 4 of the Neptune videos, only 3 to Pluto. I got to do Neptune in Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. because I figured it doesn't make sense to go back to Neptune in Leo in 1920s and 30s because most of those peoples are gone. So I got to go to the future, which is a lot more challenging because I got to get the intuitive downloads from source, God energy. I can't just do it based on pure astrological knowledge because I'm predicting what's going to happen after we go through Neptune, Pisces, Neptune, Aries, Neptune, Taurus. You know what I mean? So it's deep. I hope you appreciate that from your boy. I like to, the 11th house stellium. I like to go to the future for y'all because, anybody in astrology can, tell you, oh, well, this is what happened in history in the 1920s. Who cares? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nobody wants to, that doesn't help you guys. Yes, we need to learn our history so we don't repeat the same mistakes. But it's the same thing with relationships and trauma and the codependency. So we have to be in a committed love relationship, if that's what you're choosing, but then still have your own independent self. And that's challenging. I think my wife and I, we try to do it pretty well. We have very, because we have our own businesses, we're around each other a lot. But at the same time, we're totally in two different separate realms. Obviously both in the health space, right? Pisces, Virgo access. I'm healing your soul and your spirit. She's healing your body, your skin. You know what I'm saying? We got you covered. You come to the tailors, you get completely healed inside, outside, upside down. You know what I mean? That's just how we roll. But understand, Libra is always truthfully, and especially tonight, right? Where it's let's think of it, not just think of it tonight. Tonight it's in the 7th house, right? I told you the Aries ascendant. But for the Capricorn ascendant for this tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, 4:55 p.m. on the east side, it is in the 10th house for the Capricorn ascendant. Okay? So it's about this trine energy. The air Grand Trine is things are starting to manifest. And you're not going to see everything clearly, and not all good things are going to actually wind up being good. But the eclipses are going to put major shifts and changes permanently in our lives. So you have to get prepared for that. You know what I mean? And I'll come back on and talk. Obviously, I'm going to try to get back to twice a week. I've just been so swamped with clients, and God bless you and thank you, And for those of you who have not got the birth chizzy yet, like Irene, I know you know a lot of astrology knowledge, but your boy will break down your chart for you, something special, like De La Soul, oodles and oodles of O's, right? But understand, you guys, we are at such a crucial time, right? Look at the what this eclipse is focused on, the Scorpio Taurus axis. You guys know this, right? It's about your money, your values, right? Merging trauma, pain, power, control, manifesting, 5 senses, survival, food, our speech, the Taurus. And it's so funny because with this access, it's coinciding with the eclipses. It's all Venus, Mars energy. So there's a lot of sexual tension. There's a lot of purging. There's a lot of detoxification, especially with this Scorpio eclipse and the Scorpio South Node hitting the sun. And we need healthy ego, but the arrogant, narcissistic, manipulative ego, that's got to die. But never listen to anybody that tells you, don't need ego. No, you need ego. You need Mars. You need that swag. You need that fuel. And Mars in Gemini is giving us this burst of energy right now. And in the Capricorn ascendant, right? It's in the 6th house of our work and daily routine for this full moon. Okay. So that also speaks to, with that Chiron wound, there's a lot of wounds that need to be healed through initiating, what's a Gemini? Communications, exchange of ideas, trying to create peace, fairness, harmony, and real balance. But then when you've got, and I think this is so deep, right? Because what happened so we got in Iran with the women. I mean, there's a real revolution, and this is the Saturn-Uranus square again. It's back, y'all. It was big time last year, 2021, and it's going to be bigly from now, even going into 2023. And understand, as we go to March 2023, right, we've got this Mars Gemini. Then we've got the Pluto into Aquarius, just for 2 months. Little sneak preview, and then go back, right? But it will never hit back to where we were just are when we stationed direct today, 26 degrees, which 26 is 8 infinity number, right? So we're talking about money and manifestation. We also are going to have Saturn March of 2023 leaving Aquarius. Finally, it seems like it's been there forever. And Chiron, just so you know, it's in Aries till 2026. For some reason, Chiron spends longer times in Aries and Taurus. But it's been there since 2019 to 2026. Chiron and Aries, that's a long run. And if you look back in history, because we do got to learn from astrological placements, Chiron and Aries is when we had those assassinations, right? JFK, RFK, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. I call them the four horsemen. The only four men as individuals. Black Panthers did it too, and other groups. But the only four men as individuals that truly raged against the machine, the programming, the control, the system. It's why they were all taken out and eliminated. Right? So please remember, the moon exalted in Taurus and a home in Cancer. In Aries, it's not terrible and it's not great, but it is speaking to conjunct Chiron, our wounds that we need to heal with our mother, our body, our health, our psychology, our assertiveness, our competitiveness, our initiation. Are we initiating in a healthy way? And these are the questions that we have to ask ourselves, but understand that we have to continue this detox that the solar and lunar eclipse is asking us. And that's why Mars, that rules Aries and Scorpio, is so highlighted now, being in Gemini, hands communication. And don't forget the Mars Gemini squaring Neptune Pisces. That's a tough square. And then the Neptune opposing Mercury in Virgo, right? So Neptune in Pisces, home, Virgo in Mercury, home. So it's just for a couple of days. But in this moon chart with the Capricorn ascendant, that's the 9th house of foreign lands. And Ceres is there in Virgo, the goddess of harvest. And what they just announced, this food farming emporium, or this whole new thing in Great Britain. Listen, I'm never going to sugarcoat nothing for you, and I'm surely going to ask the questions because, like I told you, if I was to get my PhD, I would teach a class called Free Thinking 403. The 7 is a special number, right? William, Cheryl, William, Jackson, Mateus, all 7s. I didn't plan that, but that's what worked out. My sons with my parents. But 7 is that sort of Neptunian energy. It's about spirituality. Okay? So understand, we've got to really get into our heart, really get that real love, to have healthy, balanced, harmonious, peaceful relationships, partnerships, negotiations. But we also have to be the pioneering maverick, Aries moon, and be emotionally get away from toxicity, people who are not for us, right? You guys see the videos on Instagram. I was just watching something the other day, but it's so true, right? If people's eyes don't light up a little bit when they see you, then they're not really for you. You know what I'm saying? They're not coming to you, giving you that hug or that fist bump with a smile. That's how I feel when I come up on here. I light up when I see you guys come on, whether it's Danny or Matt Gaiman or Irene or Temptress or Jacqueline or Javanka or Janet Jones or Kimberly or Steven, whoever, Ralph, whoever. I light up because I got love for y'all. And I hope, and I guess if you're here, you lighten up when you see me. And I hope I give you the KRS-One, right? The edutainment, entertainment, education. Let's get to some questions. What's up?
Okay.
Comments, questions, whatever.
So Isaac said.
And Isaac and Hope, shout out to y'all too.
Isaac said you let us up, Eric, and then Isaac also said struggle is real.
It is. It is. But listen. Remember, we chose to be born at this time, in these times, because we're built for this. Okay. Remember, I tell this with all my clients, your job is to retire from negative self-talk, but believe in yourself. You are capable. You're supposed to fail, make mistakes, and you dust yourself off like Aaliyah and try again and keep grinding. But positive self-talk, positive affirmations, it creates, things are happening. All right, y'all. God bless. Peace. Have a blessed rest of your weekend. Put in the time. Put in the work, the meditation, the self-love. You're worth it. You are worth it all. And maybe this might be a good full moon to write a little letter to yourself and go put your stuff outside tonight or tomorrow night and charge up your crystals, and things like that. And, full moon, there's some endings. Things are culminating. And we got to purge and detox, get it out. Moon conjunct Chiron. All right. And heal the wounds of the lack of self-love opposing Sun and Venus. Okay? You gotta have the self-love. It's okay to pat yourself on the back. I try to tell him, don't dim your light. All right, I'm gonna go. Episode 88. That was a good year, 1988. Ain't no half-stepping. Big Daddy Kane. Public Enemy. Go check it out. 1988, another number, another summer. Damn, down for the funky drummer. Yeah, man. Public Enemy, Big Daddy Kane, 88. Shout out to my boy Bengay. Yeah, 88 was fun, man. Had a good one that year. That was really a good year. All right, y'all. God bless. See you next week. Bye, Aries Full Moon.
Bye.